Yo, what's going on, guys? DOZA 101. Now, I know you guys are probably sick to death of hearing everybody talk about The Undertaker. If you are, then this video is not going to be for you because it's going to be about The Undertaker and his streak and what my thoughts, full opinions are on his streak being broken and whatnot. Alright, now, I always thought that The Undertaker would go out undefeated. There was a little part of me that said that the streak could someday end. And I had a feeling that at WrestleMania 30, there was a little part of me that said it's probably going to end. Now, do I think that WrestleMania 30 was the right time for The Undertaker to bow out gracefully? Yes, I do. Because despite how awesome that The Undertaker is, and despite everything he's ever achieved, and despite everything he's ever done, age has finally caught up to the dead man. I do not want to see The Undertaker versus Sting. I do not want to see The Undertaker retire at WrestleMania 31, 32, 33, or so forth. I think it is time. It's time. I know people are going to want to know, do I agree with Brock Lesnar being the guy to break the streak? Despite the fact that it was The Undertaker's choice, honestly, I don't like the fact that it was Brock. I don't agree with the fact that it was Brock. I think that if anybody could have broken The Undertaker's streak, first and foremost, it should have been Kane. Kane should have been the one to defeat The Undertaker's streak all those years ago. There are people out there that I've had conversations with in the distant past that said that The Undertaker probably should have retired years ago and Kane should have been left as the dominant one of the two brothers. That I can see and agree with. I think Kane could have been the one to break the streak. I think Kane should have been the one to break the streak. The other one that I probably would have been alright with, for an old school perspective, Shawn Michaels. Because he's Shawn Michaels. He's Mr. WrestleMania. He's the guy that's going to give you everything he has when he goes out there, especially at WrestleMania. From a new school fan's perspective, the guys that I would have loved to have seen defeat The Undertaker, Bray Wyatt, simply because, like Alva Man said, and I agree with him, Bray Wyatt is going to be the guy that takes The Undertaker's spot if they follow through with him and if they manage to continue pushing him the way that they are now. Or Roman Reigns. I agree with X-Pac. The streak should have been saved for Roman Reigns or somebody else that needed it. What does this mean for Brock Lesnar? Honestly, from my perspective, it means absolutely nothing that he broke The Undertaker's streak. Because if you go back 12, 13 years ago, look at the guys he took out and defeated. He F5 Stone Cold Steve Austin. He defeated Hulk Hogan. He defeated Ric Flair. He defeated Rob Van Dam. He defeated Mark Henry. He defeated The Undertaker back then. He defeated John Cena. There is so much that man did in his little tenure. He had a match with Goldberg, despite being one of the worst matches of all time. He had a horrible match with Goldberg, and that man was just a monster. Brock Lesnar was a beast. He was the youngest WWE champion in the history of the company, 25 years old. The youngest man to ever win the WWE title. That right there is a Hall of Fame career based on the guys that I just mentioned that he beat and took out. Now, what do I think about this today? Honestly, this isn't going to mean anything for Brock. He's not going to be coming back full-time. Brock Lesnar will not be returning full-time. If they want to give him the WWE title, it'll be like, alright, but why? Other than I see Daniel Bryan overcoming the odds, other than that, why? Why? Why was Brock Lesnar chosen to end The Undertaker's streak other than the fact that they are friends? Why? I think every wrestling fan, I think every wrestling fan is owed an explanation as to why The Undertaker decided to handpick Brock Lesnar. Truth be told, I don't think I'll ever be able to agree with the fact that Brock Lesnar broke it. I respect the fact that The Undertaker wanted to do the job on his way out. I'm just not so sure I agree with the guy. I'm not complaining, I'm just stating that I would like to know why. You guys can give me your thoughts on this subject, whether you agree with me, disagree with me, that Brock Lesnar was the wrong guy to break it, that it should have been saved for someone else. Do I think that this is it for The Undertaker? Like I said last night and the night before, yes, this is the end of The Undertaker. I don't really see a reason for him to come back. For all the people out there that are saying Undertaker versus Sting, I'm going to ask, why? 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 Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you later. Peace.